Immerse yourself in the profound insights offered by Father Chuck Belmonte as he delves into daily reflections on various gospel passages from the Bible.
Is stubbornness a virtue or a sin? Stubbornness is not automatically a sin or a virtue. It depends on what you are refusing to yield to and why. Saint Josemaría. The charity of Jesus Christ will often lead you to make concessions. That is very noble. And the charity of Jesus Christ will often lead you to stand your ground. That too is very noble. Be uncompromising in doctrine and conduct, but be yielding in manner, a mace of tempered steel wrapped in a quilted covering. Be uncompromising, but don't be obstinate. When is stubbornness a sin? Stubbornness, or obstinacy, is a willful determination to yield, a kind of refusal that resists correction or legitimate guidance. That kind of obstinacy can become seriously sinful, especially when it hardens into an interior resistance to grace and truth. Sometimes to compromise is a sure sign of not possessing the truth. When a man gives way in matters of ideals, of honor, or of faith, that man is a man without ideals, without honor, and without faith. Listen to a man of God, so that I won't yield an inch, and why should I if I am convinced of the truth of my ideals? You, on the other hand, are very ready to compromise. Would you agree that 2 and 2 are 3.5? Wouldn't you? Surely for friendship's sake you will yield in such a little thing. And why won't you? Simply because for the first time you feel convinced that you possess the truth, and you have come over to my way of thinking. In that spiritual sense, stubbornness is also associated with the sin against the Holy Spirit, commonly listed as including obstinacy, along with despair, presumption, and impenitence. And Thomas Aquinas distinguishes obstinacy in evil as involving a certain firmness that makes turning back to God difficult, though in this life it's not always total, and it can still be addressed by grace. When can stubbornness be a virtue? Sometimes what people call stubbornness is actually fortitude or perseverance, a firmness in doing good. That stubbornness ensures firmness in difficulties and constancy in the pursuit of the good. Enriched by perseverance and patience, one develops an inner strength that allows one to keep doing good amid setbacks and hostility. That inner fortitude is love readily bearing all things for the sake of the loved object. So if stubbornness means refusing to quit in prayer, refusing to abandon the good, refusing to let fear or pressure force you to betray conscience, it becomes a virtue rather than a vice. A practical rule of thumb: stubbornness is a virtue when it leads to firmness for the good, patience under difficulty, and loyal persistence to truth and duty. It is sin-leaning when it becomes a willful refusal to yield to lawful authority or correction, especially when it becomes a hardened resistance to God's truth and grace. In short, stubbornness is sinful when it is obstinate resistance to what you are morally bound to accept, God's truth and lawful authority. It is virtuous when it is firmness in the pursuit of the good under hardship.
I would be delighted to extend an invitation to you once again tomorrow for another insightful reflection on the Gospel by Father Belmonte.